So here's the parts I picked up on my road trip. I know some of them are still a way off fitting, but here's my nice new roof. This is all carbon fibre. It's proper job on it. That's from Carbon Copy, and I'll put the details on screen so you can see. Also, I've got this tailgate. That's another one from them, and this is absolutely amazing. This is like perfect kind of proper carbon flawless finish. But yeah, this is a real good job. I know the lighting in here is not great, it's still all in the van, but you can see it's proper carbon fibre. It's not a, you know, Chinese sticker job, and it's as rigid as steel. It's really layered up really nice, and the good thing is it weighs next to nothing. In addition, I've got these awesome new seats as well, which I got from Garrett Racing Engineering. These are awesome. They're absolutely perfect for what I want, and he had them surplus from another project he's on with, so I thought I'd take them off his hands, and yeah, they're amazing. Incidentally, he's a really good guy to go and see and have a look at some of his projects. His work's brilliant. If you need any custom parts, then definitely go and give him a shout and see. But yeah, like I said, these are from Carbon Copy, and I'll put the address and everything on screen. And check out Nick Garrett as well for his awesome work. But yeah, these are all the bits I've been on my road trip to collect, and there is one more. Yeah, I was way too excited to leave this in the van. I had to get it out and just had to like pop it on the car. This is the first time in 15 years that this car's had a bonnet on it, and yeah, I think this was definitely the right way to go. I've maybe given stuff away with the colour because I've sprayed these vents. I've just done a quick paint job in nitrous blue, and I think that looks absolutely awesome against the raw carbon. Yeah, this is definitely the way I want to go and crack on with these. So yeah, it's kind of been a thing in my head for years and a long time, and this is kind of my first glimpse of how the car's going to look and how it's all coming together, so I'm quite excited. I've taped that wing on as well at the front just to give a bit more of an impression. It's completely slipped out of place now, but yeah, I've just taped the vents in, and we'll get them attached properly at some point, get them painted properly first, and away we go. But yeah, I love this bonnet. This is fantastic, and that's a Carbon Copy one. The work's absolutely brilliant. I thoroughly recommend getting any parts from them. It's not badly priced, and this is so light and so strong. It's easily as strong as a steel bonnet, so I don't think we're going to have to put bonnet pins in to hold the corners down just so it doesn't flex and blow up. This is a proper job. It's not a cheap Chinese part. It's not cheap carbon, and it doesn't kind of, you know, flex like the cheap stuff. This is a real proper rigid job, and it has got the underside and everything on it. I'll show you that later as I come to do bits and pieces. But yeah, I just thought I'd give a quick preview of the vents in sprayed to colour, body colour that'll be, and I'm going to leave the carbon raw. But you can tell this is proper carbon. It's a proper weave. It's not a sticker. Stickers are way too regular, and you know, you can spot them a mile away because, well, it's just black with a silver print on it, and they look a bit shite, to be honest. They look really naff. So yeah, this is proper motorsport spec carbon fibre. It's not too badly priced. The craftsmanship and the quality of it is fantastic. Give him a call, and I think definitely I'll be calling in to see Nick Garrett for an exhaust and possibly a manifold for this as well when I get further down the line, and maybe a few other bits and pieces because his work's fantastic as well. But yeah, that's where I am. That's the bonnet now, dropped on the car because I couldn't wait. I was way too excited to leave that. And yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Probably a load of people will be hating the carbon parts, but this car didn't have a bonnet, and I wanted a carbon one, so that's what I've done. So since I've got the car with the bonnet on now, the next logical step to me seems to be cleaning up these bonnet hinges. I've got a pair of these. I'm just going to give them a quick clean up and a quick blast, and I'll coat them in primer, maybe give them a quick coat of paint, and then I'll mount the bonnet properly. But yeah, here's where I am. All original Ford bolts. Yeah, hopefully these come up a bit better after they've been blasted and painted as well. So we'll give them a quick going over, get them on the car, see how it goes. And in addition, I have the boot hinges here as well, a pair of them complete with bolts, so I might as well blast them up while I'm on with these, get it all painted, and I can get the tailgate on as well. Maybe not the roof today, that needs doing properly. I'm running out of space to keep all these parts, so yeah, we'll have to find more space, but let's crack on with it. Suddenly started kind of raining a bit, of course, as it does when I seem to unpack the garage and start blasting. So I packed everything away quickly, and then of course it stopped. So I finished off blasting the parts pretty much anyway. They were good enough, so I've just given them a quick coat of etch primer. It should be set enough now to pick them up. Yeah, and you can see that it's you know, like new parts. So yeah, we've got that ready. I might go and get some new bolts and see where we are for putting bits on the car when I get back. So yeah, maybe I'll get through something in one day, unlike what I normally do and take a week to do, you know, something. But yeah, I'll run and get some bolts now. Get some new ones. I don't see any point. I was trying to blast off the old ones, and you know, I just kept kind of blowing them into the grit in the bottom of the tank, so that's too fiddly. I'll go and get some nice like stainless ones or something, and see how we crack on in a bit. So, I've been and got my screws, and of course the weather has turned terrible now, so getting any coats of primer or anything when I'm having to paint it outside is not going to happen. I probably should have waited doing these bonnet vents as well until it was like less windy and grit and stuff, but I just kind of wanted to get the colour down on them and see how they looked against my awesome carbon bonnet. But here's a quick view. There it is, kind of screwed in properly, not 100% yet. I bought some bolts that were a little bit too short, so I need to crack on with them. And at the other end, it's getting so full of parts in here. At the other end, I pop the tailgate on, it fits nicely, and we've got the spoiler on as well, which, as you can see, I'm kind of halfway through detailing the paint. But yeah, for anyone that hasn't kind of got up and close to one of these cars, this is the proper way that the WRC spoiler fits. The boot lid is actually quite a bit lower, because on the standard Escort, the lower half of the spoiler, I picked that up, but you can see it's lower than the wings, than the quarter panels, because that's where the spoiler would normally bring it up. So these it's the actual panel that's higher on these than a standard Escort. And this is how the WRC spoiler should be, where it overlaps the wings like that, and it kind of still sits right down onto the boot lid. It's a weird kind of fitment, but it's cool and it looks good. I think it'll look a hell of a lot better painted once I get the coat of blue on it. Once it's all smoothed out, neatened up, and, you know, done properly. But yeah, maybe I've gone a bit opposite to other people, where I've got the carbon bodywork on the car and fiberglass parts instead of the steel ones. But I think it looks kind of cool having the carbon bodywork and then the flashes of blue parts over them, especially when you kind of look out over the bonnet vents. I just think it looks good to have it the opposite way to most people, where most people have these carbon vents in on a steel bonnet. I've gone kind of reversed on it, and I've put the carbon bonnet on with the painted vents. But yeah, I think that's it for a while now, for a few days, until I just start having to go at something else. But yeah, if you want to see how it turns out and want to see how my progress is, give me a subscribe. If you liked it, give me a like. If you didn't, then, you know, thanks for watching Wheeler Dealers, and I'll see you next time.